Okay, can you hear me? I hope that worked. Oh, you know what? Let me unconnect my Bluetooth. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. I unconnected my Bluetooth too. Okay, so crazy. I said a whole bunch there. Okay, so I guess I'll just repeat myself, right? I'm into it. We only 333. All right. So what all did I say? So I was talking about ancestors and contacting spirits. Hello. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. I don't care if 1 like, 2 likes, 3 likes. Just make sure y'all like the video, okay? I be saying a whole bunch of stuff that YouTube probably do not like, okay? They probably do not fit the people that is going through it, don't want to admit to it, or like I'm talking directly to them. I may be talking directly to them, right? When it comes to the stuff that I say on here, I don't know, but they hide my videos and they put the thumbs down and stuff. So y'all make sure y'all like the video anyway, so that I can keep talking and giving y'all information. Even if you steal it from me, like the video, so I can keep talking and giving you information to put out there and pretend like it came down from you. But anyway, so ancestors, spirits, right? Ancestors is spirits. They're two different things, but they're the same, right? Ancestors, yes, is a spirit, okay, and then you have spirits that could be other forms, like it could be a deity, it could be entity, it could be a energy, okay, it could be an energy, it could be like really completely higher self, right? Ancestors, they are, it's like y'all both have this agenda, right? So ultimately, they're with your higher selves. So when you're talking and speaking, one thing that I did learn when I was in the anyway, one thing that I did learn teacher was that when you call in your spirit team, you call in your ancestors, you call in your spirit guides. Your ancestors is somebody that has the same bloodline as you, right? And so let's learn about it. So get the pen and the piece of paper. Okay? Get the pen and the piece of paper. 777. I just see 7755777. So the ancestors, right? You call your ancestors in, right? You call them in. First, you're gonna put yourself in a protective bubble. That's what I did, and the video had went on mute. That's when I'm like, okay. So I had said my prayer, right? So you put yourself in a protective bubble. You ask that the highest vibrational ancestors and spirit guides and your higher self, those are three different you call it in, right? So so you call them in, right? When do you talk to an ancestor versus a spirit guide? Because earlier, this is what I said too. Earlier, I had made a video, and I uploaded. I made a video on Facebook, and I had talked about my biological father. I guess that's why that shit was on mute too, because I caught that nigga something else. But I talked about my biological father, and he never did nothing to me, right? But he was a monster. He was a monster. So I'm gonna put you in timeout. You got one more time, and I'm gonna put you in timeout. So when he died in chaos. Now, this is what I know about. You know, you study a little further, so now you go ancestors because it was originally 4 ancestors, right? But we live at the Earth realm. Right? Up under us is 4 dimensions. Above us is 3. So ancestors could be within those things, because entities are born onto this earth and they under possession. They under possession. And so when I called my father in, it was very chaotic. It was very chaotic. Life was hell. And based off me finding out that he was a monster, that I was essentially doing spiritual work with a monster, right? That was ruthless. And I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm not ruthless at all. I need some water. My mouth is dry as hell. And so, anyway, I had to send him away. I had to send him away. I had to send that ancestor away. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm at a different frequency than that. I don't need to. That's also because at the same time I was calling in a spirit guide, and my spirit guide don't fucking play about me. Really protected me from that monster when he was here on Earth. Like, I had no real relationship with him. I mean, like, we was rich, like, period. We was rich. We had houses, but I just remember them being in and out of jail and stuff. So, and doing crazy shit, right? And it's no, all that just kind of helps it this round. When they transition and you see what the damn energy is, you get what I'm saying? So, calling in a spirit guide, you will be looking at this like, oh, I should be working with my grandma or with my aunt, with my father. You get what I'm saying? Grandma was crazy as fuck, right? But maybe your grandma isn't crazy. Maybe she really, she with the shits, right? Same type of time that you are. You like, I want a business. Grandma had a business. She was an entrepreneur, right? So you call in her energy, but you also call in your spirit guide energy to keep it so that the air doesn't overstep their boundaries. I guess that's what I'll say. Like, so that the air doesn't overstep their boundaries, right? So it's important that I feel that you call in both. My mouth is dry. I need to go get some water. But like, nigga, who are you? Let me make sure y'all don't see my door number. Y'all could just stay right here. I get my cold ass water. I'm cooking dinner. Don't play with me because I have my whole desk right here. It's killing me. Okay. Let me go turn my light on. Okay. Y'all, I'm so tired. I really wasn't going to come on here, but I'm actually cooking dinner. I was like, I have time. What else I'm going to do? Fall asleep while I'm cooking dinner? I can't. Kids at basketball practice with their dad. I could tell my cat been on my table trifling. Okay, listen. So your question was, does the ancestors, okay, do they work together, or do they have like a spirit team and then the ancestors? So your ancestors is part of your spirit team. Your ancestors is part of your spirit team. The spirit team is ultimately, okay, so how it was explained, this was a great example. This was a really, really, really great example. It was like Transformers, right? It was Transformers. And they all come together to make, what is it, Voltron or something like that? They're different ones. So Voltron is ultimately like your higher self. That's the one that's sitting. When you meditate, that's the one that's sitting right by your, that's your conscious mind. Okay? And then the others exist in your subconscious. They exist in your 12th house. They exist in your 9th house. They exist in your, I guess because I know that, I know the relationship with my kid, that it also exists in your 5th house, right? I have Mars in the 5th house. So I deal with a lot of death. I have Mars in the 5th house, and then I have Mars in the 1st house. So, it's crazy. So, a lot of people that pass on, they're not necessarily like my ancestor. I just know it's higher than that. I hope that makes sense. I hope that absolutely makes sense. Okay. Now, when it comes to which one should you work with, right? When it comes to which one should you be working with, I think it's a matter of what it is that you're doing. Like, you definitely switch up the spirit team. You definitely switch up the spirit, but you always have like one particular spirit guide that is always in the cut. Like, this might be an ancestor that's going to reincarnate. Like, they are ultimately at their highest potential, I guess. That's how it's coming to me. It's like they're at their highest potential. Okay. So, okay, I'll go ahead and block your ass. Like, I just really, I'm really not liking dumb shit right now. Not. What question, Lori? Fucking Mars is retrograding too. Like, I really don't have no time for no BS. I just started acknowledging mine, so I don't know everybody. So how would I know how or who to up to? Don't worry about who you should switch it up to. Worry about doing the job that you're supposed to be doing at that moment. Like, don't worry about who you should be, what you doing next when you got out. So, with that being said, you just started acknowledging yours, right? So once you tap in with your ancestors, first of all, before you deal with any ancestors, make sure you place yourself in a protective bubble. Make sure you're around you. I think when tapping in with your ancestors, you need to have a ancestor altar. Now, when it comes to tapping in with deities and when it comes to tapping in with deities and spirits, I think that a shrine is something that you have to have in privacy. Like, if you don't have privacy, I mean like 100% privacy, where it's a space, then everything else, just let it be like feng shui. Let it be like feng shui, because you could cross the line with having altars, certain altars and stuff. I think that I usually use white candles and water when I don't have the space. That's good. That's enough. That's absolutely enough. So, when it comes to tapping in with spirits, okay, so another thing addressed was, how do you differentiate? This is to get like magical here. It's all about intentions. I'm glad to know that Lori and I don't know. It is. It's all about intentions. So another thing that I wanted to address was, how do you know that you're not being tricked? I don't know no other way to say that. I just don't have the words for it. I mean, if I read it somewhere, maybe I could repeat it, but off the top of my head, how it's coming in is, how do you know that you're not being tricked, right? When you are to spirits and you are tapping in with your ancestors, how do you know that you're not being, right? What did you do to, oh my goodness, this is a big one. What did you do to deserve to tap in with these energies? What did you sacrifice? What did you give so that you're able to communicate on a higher or lower frequency? Like when you're supposed to be on earth, have experience. So that is about, it's about two things. One, not being in ego, because something had to be sacrificed. Something had to be sacrificed. So you can't really be an ego like, oh, well, I gave this up, so I know I'm talking to big gods. But are you? Because you could be talking to lower vibrations as well. When I get on here and I be addressing certain energies and I be like, you have a demonic spirit on you, right? Because you could tap in with lower frequencies. When I was tapping in with, oh, you know what, y'all? Let me just give y'all a little example, right? I need to get some tea. What's that? Nothing. It could be sacrificing a whole bunch of shit, but the first thing you sacrifice is ego. Whatever you letting go, you're not doing it with the intention to gain something, to gain some type of connection. If you do it with that intention, you automatically tapping in to the lower vibrations. The gods above us, they don't like that. They don't like that. The deities like that are above us, they don't like that. They don't like when you do something for them in order to, even the ancestors. I don't know about, but my ancestors, they literally would be like, no, baby, I got it. I'll do it. They like hard workers. They like hard workers. And they don't anybody, and their act of love was self-serving. Not self-serving, but I don't know what it is, but like giving, okay? So when you do certain things from the bottom of your heart, those ones up there, they watching you and they really like they be on that ass. They be on that ass. They be on your ass too. We do go through certain things. We go through certain things not because anybody with us, because it's just our time. It's just our time. They knew what your birth chart was gonna look like. They knew that you was gonna have Pisces, motherfucking Mercury, Pisces, Rahu, Pisces, Saturn. They knew all that. They knew that the planets was gonna line up all in Pisces, gonna be crazy as fuck. And they was like, no, I gotta make sure this person vibrate at a certain level. Right? So when you vibrating at a certain level, you're easily to be tricked. Exactly, knew you was gonna be crazy. They knew it. And that's why they like, nah, you gotta vibrate at a certain level, baby. Absolutely. So, how do you know you're not being tricked? What type of lifestyle are you living? Are you living authentically? Right, Ace. Say hey to the camera, Ace. He just purring. He a Gemini. He a mess. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. So, anyway. Okay, Ace. You know. Yeah, this is my baby. But you can ask. Let me go check this food. You know what? I'm crazy. Let me eat some of these haws. All right. So, but when you ask how you know it's them coming in. Oh. So, you can ask for confirmation. Let me tell you something. It's certain things that low vibrational spirits can't do. It's certain things that they can't do. So if you're work, right, and you put in protection on you, right? For example, can't no bitch come into my dreams. Like, I'm doing my work. I'm doing my work. I make sure that I'm not eating any meat. I'm not eating any meat. I know that people out here eat meat, right? Or they eat seafood. That's perfectly fine if it's in alignment for you. I don't judge you. I know that this damn paw is a lot. I don't know why the fuck I put you in my mouth. I don't judge you, right? But you can still tap in with your ancestors. You can still tap in with your spirit guides if you eat meat. However, you a brave motherfucker because, like, my dreams chaotic. They be chaotic. Motherfuckers can easily, like, I think the word is lethargic. My dreams, like, if I ate meat. It was wild. That shit was wild. And I remember I had stopped eating meat for a long time, right? I stopped eating meat for a long time. And I barely ate meat anyway. Like, I'm a girl anyway. So, that sounds crazy. I'm a side chick. Bitch, wish I was, right? But, I stopped eating meat for a long time. And then I went back. I had made a brisket on this. I used to make brisket every week. I made a brisket because I used to cook for a nonprofit. Man, I made a brisket. That bitch was bang. That bitch on the smoker. And it just had, oh my goodness, I ate a brisket. And I was back in the trap. That when old girl slipped in the dreams. Like, that's when Raven slipped in the dreams and shit. No, not Raven, because I wasn't eating meat then. Her counterpart, Eva. That's when she slipped in the dream. Like, and I seen all that shit. Like, I was very lethargic. Like, she was trying to destiny and stuff. So I'm good. I'm good on that. Just being who I am. I talk to, now that I'm not eating meat, like, I only see light when I go to sleep. It's not dark. I can be in the dark. I can cut off all these lights and move around my house. Everything is like I could see in the dark. So when I was eating meat, I couldn't see in the dark. Everything was dark. Yeah. So all I'm saying is, but some people supposed to be working in the dark, right? Some people is supposed to be working in the dark. But don't be a victim. Don't be a victim. Do not be a fucking victim. Take accountability. Like, for example, right? I'm also talking about generational curses. I'm talking about generational curses. You have to work with your ancestors if you want to break generational curses. It's no fucking way around it. You can have 999,000 deities. Deities come to me. And some, I have tried to go to them, right? And some I have been successful with tapping in because I read the Gita. And the Bible Gita, Krishna says that if you want to experience a deity, you need to call in a deity, a god, a being, planet. All you have to do is chant the mantras for that planet, for that deity. All you have to do is have a devotion. Those are spirit guides. So I know what type of spirit is around me because I do the work. So all you have to do is do the work. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Just start small. Don't be trying ham. Don't be going ham. Don't be like, I want to call in Oshun. I'm about to call in Shango. I'm about to call in Papa Legba. And then Eshu. And then don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need all of them at one time. Now, I know like on the internet, like me, I'm a Sagittarius, right? I'm a Sagittarius. So the way that I study is wild. I go down a rabbit hole, right? A fucking rabbit hole. And I start looking for stuff, and then I find what the rules are. I have a Sagittarius Saturn. So I'm always looking for what the rules are before I worship a deity, a spirit, right? And I mean like worship them. I can contact them, and you can contact them, and you might get a little clue, right? Like, for example, you call on Oshun, and then you see a peacock feather, right? You call on Oshun, and you start seeing a peacock feather, and you're curious as to why is Oshun calling you. And it's people out there that would say, okay, you're supposed to get in touch with a Babalawa or a, you know, and you tell them that you feel like you get in contact with Oshun, then they'll call on Oshun. That is what you are supposed to do, right? Hey, baby. That's what you're supposed to do, according to what's on the internet, right? According to the laws of that practice. But let's say that you're a person where I'm about to talk some real shit. Let's say that you are a person that doesn't have the funds to get initiated, right? Like, God ain't moving you like that. God ain't moving you like that. You are getting in touch with Oshun, right? But you're not rich. You're not a rich person out here, right? I'm rich. I'm always going to say I'm rich, right? That's what I'm saying. You got to change that shit up. I'm rich. I'm richer than a motherfucking wealth. I'm blessed. And I'm worth a lot. I'm worth more than that. Right? But let's just say that you waiting on a check to clear. Big ass motherfucking check to clear, right? So, or let's just say you haven't got in touch with, you don't trust the practitioner that, you know, the Santeria or the Babalawa that is near you. And you want to travel and you want to get initiated over here or whatever the case is, right? But first you want to know exactly what you're getting into. You want to study it. That's the first devotion. 𝔍𝔲𝔭𝔦𝔱𝔢 is the goddess of knowledge. So you want to learn something? I have a distance relationship. Not a distance. It's very close. Thank you, baby. It's close with 𝔍𝔲𝔭𝔦𝔱𝔢. But I'm telling you, it's not like I call on her all the time, but I'm a Sagittarius. I gotta have to put that knowledge into me. I have a ninth house. And I gotta have a ninth house, Leo. 8th house Cancer. 9th house Leo. Yeah. I have a ninth house Leo. So I'm always looking for a connection. Okay? I'm always looking for a connection. So when it comes to having connections, I want to have a higher connection. So what I have done and what I suggest you guys do if you want to tap in with ancestors and spirits and stuff, is look at your ninth house. I think I already said this, ancestors. So the ninth house is where your ancestors are. Sagittarius, if you have a Sagittarius placement, you're very close to your ancestors. They like right here. They like right here. Actually, I'm a... I play too much. Well, I can't tell y'all where I went, but... Baby, 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 baby. Where is my... Oh. I think I had set it on the table. Hold on, y'all. Boop, 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 boop. Nickelodeon. I'm looking for a deck. So my ancestors can cut a check. My kid in the house. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Two basketballs. I said 2 basketballs. All right. Just get my cards just in case I feel called to. But but yeah, I'm cooking. The hall is doing what the hall is supposed to do. Look at when you're looking for your spirit team in your birth chart, don't look at your sun sign. That's where you might get tricked at, unless your sun is in the 9th house. Okay? Maybe in the 8th house too. Maybe in the 8th house. I don't know, but that could be a hidden agenda. But don't look at your sun sign. Look at... No, my 9th house is Pisces. Good job. Good job. Your ancestors is right there. Because 9th is 9th, 12th house. And for me, it's 5th house too. For me, it's 5th house. That's where your children are. And for somebody that... Like if you have... Okay. Trigger warning, I guess. Please don't be triggered. But if you had miscarriages or something like that, your ancestors is probably in your 5th house as well too. So you might want to look at that. Or if you have spirit babies and stuff like that. Absolutely. If you have Sagittarius in the 5th house, you need to be doing mantras. I knew that was it. It's open. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
It wasn't. I'm live.
Hey, baby, I'm on live. How was your day?
It was good. I'm cooking.
What you cooking?
Turkey and mashed potatoes. What you looking for, chicken? Paulo, that tail, you're gonna catch it. It's super short. I know. Okay, bath, though.
Oh. Zero leave.
What does that got to do with you taking a bath? Thought you was gonna get away with that. That easy. That's too... So, I don't know what these mean. Is it good or bad? It's not necessarily like whether it's good or bad. What planets do you have there? Okay. Like if you have no planets there, then I feel like it's good because it's something that you already mastered. So having a connection with that particular house, the energy of that house, then it'd be very familiar from a past life. It'd be very familiar from a past. So if, let's say that you have no Mercury, no Mars, no Saturn, no nothing, no planet positions, no, even no aspects. So no Chiron and no Lilith there, right? You have nothing in that house. You can connect with the deities over that house, or either the gods over that house. Like if you, for example, have Pisces in the 5th house, right? Let me see, what was Pisces in? 9th house. She got Pisces in the 9th house, but there's no planets there. The energy is just Pisces 9th house. You could do Jupiter mantras because 9th house is ruled by Jupiter, and so is Pisces. So you can do Jupiter mantras. You can connect with deities that's tied to Jupiter. Let me see. Go get the Book of Spirits. Let's just see if this book even has any information in it. You know what? And I feel like this will as well. So that's also the 9th house, right? So you have a couple deities. Let me just put it like that. And this is the number 9 energy. And then let me see if it's one for Jupiter in here. Jupiter. Light, dominating, thunder, light, weather, Thursday, walnut, honey cake, and wine. So these are things that offer to Jupiter. I don't know how to read my chart. I'm just giving a blank stare. What you looking at your chart on? I would imagine that 𝔍𝔲𝔭𝔦𝔱𝔢 is related to Jupiter too. I would imagine that. Astro seat. Alright, so put in all your information, then scroll all the way down, and it'll be like a little box. Neptune is in your 5th house. Neptune in your 5th house. What's in your 9th house? But not the, don't say Neptune, say the sign. Neptune is one of them. She said, what's the little symbol that's next to it? Is it a symbol or is it a word? I think it's a word, like Cancer, Pisces, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Like, what's in that 5th house? Lori, let me look at your chart. No, I can't. I'm on the live. I'm like, look at your chart. But that's okay. You know what? Don't even do it. Listen, whatever that sign is that's next to that, whatever sign is next to that is the energy that you focus on too. Okay? When reaching out to spirits. But don't focus on 5th house. For me, it's 5th house. For me, it's 5th house. Neptune is a fairly new planet. I don't want to say ain't no ancestors on Neptune. Baby ancestors. This is confusing because it says Aquarius, but that's not the same symbol in the box. In the box is what I would... So what else? That's okay. Is it Pisces? Yeah, I think she looking at the you got Taurus in the fifth and sixth house. Y'all that's not where your ancestors at. Unless you have like I'm not saying Jupiter. Unless you have like Sagittarius in one of those houses, like in the fifth house or the sixth house, or you have a spirit baby, right? You have a spirit baby. Then you look in the fifth house for ancestors and for spirits. Sixth house, don't look there at all. I mean, I don't want to say don't look there at all, but that's not when it comes like you only look at certain houses once you find out exactly who. All right, let's get back on topic. Let's get back on topic. Hold on a second. What about the Cancer in the 12th house for the answer? I was about to ask a really personal question. I was about to ask a really personal question about that Cancer in the 12th house. Cancer is mother energy. Cancer is like a mother, but it's also very masculine. So the mothers in your life can possess a very strong demeanor, right? And then the ancestors that you work with, right? The ancestors that you work with, they would possess a strong demeanor as well too. So you would have to do a lot of healing, right? What's that book you have there? This is Encyclopedia of Spirits, and then the other one is the Deity Linkage. I did a video on this one. I did a video on this one. I might put it in the description because it used to be on my thing. Like, this is something that people need to look up. They deity linkage. Like, this is the beginning. Like, this is the start. When you start tapping in with spirits and stuff, I think that this is a very good book. Numerology and everything. Then this is how you start getting signs and you start seeing numbers everywhere and shit. You need to get on a different website then. If AstroSeek don't work for you, get on a different website. Go to Cafe Astrology. That's where I started off at, Cafe Astrology, because that shit was easy. Yeah. What you eating? Shrimp? You like, I don't want no turkey.
I ate it tomorrow for lunch.
Oh. So, yeah. Look at him. He like, I don't want no turkey. Can you hook up again? Which one? I'm going to just hold both of them up. So, to make stuff real simple, right? Start asking for signs in a higher vibration. So, I did touch on the topic of, because y'all know I begin like, I did touch on the topic of not eating meat. That was the first thing, right? That was one of the first sacrifices. The other thing is, too, if you want to tap in with spirits, right? Not ancestors, spirits that are on a higher frequency, I would also say alcohol. I will also say alcohol too. Yeah, alcohol. Smoking weed. Look, smoking weed. That too, right? I would say you have to be able to hear clearly, right? You don't have to stay in this frequency, because if y'all know me and y'all watch my videos and y'all been here for a long time and y'all know me, one, I don't do no reading under, I smoke, right? But I don't do no readings smoking. I don't smoke. And to be honest, I probably stopped. I didn't start smoking until I was 34, right? And then I stopped. Then I start, then I stop, then I start. I be seeing some crazy shit. I be seeing some crazy So when you do what if I don't smoke anymore? What's a good substitute? You don't need a substitute. I don't know. Look, I don't know. You just gotta make a sacrifice. What's a good substitute? God. I play too much. The gods. Those are good substitutes. I mean, they get you high as fuck. They get you high as hell. Like I said, I seen some crazy stuff. Like it's done. All right. You end up somewhere where what the fuck is this? And it be a fucking crime scene or some shit. So all I'm saying is like, I be seeing too much. I be need. That's why I said I couldn't be eating meat and stuff too. Go in my dreams and people be trying to kill me and I see my own death and stuff, or I see death. Like I seen death 4 times before my son transitioned. I seen 4 people getting killed. Like Eric, like boop, 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 boop. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Kemosabi. But the other stuff, you see rebirths and stuff. It be beautiful, right? So you have to know what vibration you want to be on. When I went and got a cleanse, I went through a whole process, like a whole initiation. My own. Now I wasn't doing it myself. Went through a whole thing, right? And I had a dream about being reborn in the emerald. I was like, oh yeah, that's it. Can't nobody fuck me. Not like that. Like I just gotta keep doing the work. So I was like, this is what I need to sacrifice. And I wasn't saying I need to sacrifice. I wasn't saying it like that. If I want to be high, this is what I gotta do. Have you ever been dismembered in a dream? I only had one experience and it was in 20. No, I never been dismembered in a dream. That's crazy as hell. Nah, but I have been attacked and woke up and did something else and end up in the same spot that I got hit in. I got hit in the physical. But that shit crazy. I have done now what I just seen. This is how I'm not sick, but this is how I started feeling the way that I feel, so congested, because that's why I can't do a reading for 𝔍𝔲 Harris right now, because I started throwing up with that. I'm a empath, and I believe I seen how it went down. I believe that I seen how it went down, and I don't like it. It didn't make me feel good, and then I seen other things that was happening, and that didn't make me feel good at all. Yeah. And so, and that's not the first like death that I seen, but I've also seen way back in the day, you lucky, Lori. I wasn't sure how to feel about it. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's not crazy. That's how certain things. If I was to have a dream like that, I would totally switch it up real quick. Like, and I know you probably did. Like, oh yeah, that's crazy. They going too motherfucking far. But that's why I seen the evil on people. So that's why we have to do our work. That's why we have to do our work, and we have to tap in with our ancestors. If you're not making any progress in your life, and your life is still in tumultuous hell, then you are, like, let's say, for example, right? I get online and I speak up about things, right? And I just come out here, I talk, I do readings, I do everything, right? But how do I want to put this? So I don't even know how to put this, right? The stuff that I'm talking about is really important. It's important. Like, it's really like generational curses. Right? And so I say stuff and I will say, like, these people have entities on them, right? They have entities on them. If you are a person that's constantly under attack, you constantly under attack, you probably are in some type of vibration. Yeah. Exactly. It probably, you probably, if you're in some type of vibration. And if people, if you haven't resolved that, you're working with the wrong spirits. You're working with the wrong ancestors. If the same people, like, for example, right? For example, I mean, all I think, because I ain't know how to put this, right? But I'm about to put this, right? The tarot reader that I be seeing wanted the destiny swap with me, right? She was trying to, she did destiny swap with me to an extent. But I caught her. And she was sucking the life out of me, but she didn't know how to use my energy. That's gonna be a title of somebody's tarot reading. They was sucking the life out of you, but they didn't know how to use it. I'm about to do a tarot reading. I ain't about to do a tarot reading. Somebody else can have that topic. They was sucking. You know what? Let me do myself a favor. Let's make it short. All right. Because I just said something very important that's key. They was sucking the life out of you, but they didn't know how to use your energy. That's when destiny swapping, it works, but it becomes energy harvesting. They're just gathering. Did me the energy of cornucopia card in reverse. And look at that. That looks like the cornucopia right there. And the energy cards, that looks like the cornucopia. I'm not about to put on. Oh, no, that ain't the about then. But this is, that's when it becomes energy harvesting, where they don't know. So essentially, they're working with the wrong ancestors. They don't know how to use ye. So they're working with the wrong spirit guides. That's how you know if you're working with the wrong spirit guides. Is anything moving in your life? Is anything moving in your life? Like for me, shit was still moving in my life, so I knew I meant with the. It does. They ancestors do have respect for me. They ancestors do have respect for me. I remember I was this girl, Alexis, right? And her ancestor had came to me in a dream. And she wasn't attacking me. Alexis never really attacked me. Like she don't have that. She ain't got that, right? So she could never like attack me. So she is like lightweight. She just online, but she lightweight. Huh? Yeah. No, I didn't know that. You're going to have to give me a little tour of it. I was like, I knew we was microwave. So, when her ancestor came to me, she was like, what is this all about? Take it off, baby. Make the mashed potatoes. Okay, take it off the stove, though. Okay, I'm about to get off here in a minute. So, her ancestor was like, what is this all about? And I'm like, it's just what she be doing in the physical. Like, it ain't right. It's not right. It's like, it's giving no work at all. Like, and get online and act like you doing some work. It was giving so lazy. It was so fucking lazy. And so I just didn't like that. I'm an ancestor, so I don't like that. I don't like lazy shit. You gotta work. That's why, like, when people be asking me stuff or whatnot, if I get the energy, like they not gonna do the work, I just be moving around. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so spirits, ultimately, them people can end up passing away or whatever the case is, right? You don't need to call on them. Okay, it's somebody that passed away that you knew. Like, you don't need to call on them. You don't need to be like, that's my ancestor, or that's the spirit guide for me, or I know this person because we used to be drinking, or we used to be having a good old time talking shit, or whatever the case is. Like, no, you don't need to call on them. They else is high vibrational ancestor that's raising their vibration. You don't put them on your spirit team. You don't put them on the spirit team. You know, that's why the first thing I always say is you should have an ancestor altar first. Calling your ancestors, asking your ancestors to show you your spirit guides. You can trust your ancestors because you ain't about to call on nobody that you can't trust. You knew you could trust your grandma. You knew you could trust your auntie, uncles, or whatever the case is. And even if you ain't know you could trust them, like, let's say it's an ancestor that you never knew. You like, I never knew this person. But for some reason, my great grandma is just like coming through for me. But I never knew this woman. Because you never heard any type of stories about her. Not one. Okay, they may have called her, they may have like slut shamed her, or they may have said, oh, she was married to 2 men at one time. Right? But what did she do for her family? She bought some land. She joined to be an Eastern Star. She made you want to research your destiny, knowledge, your history. She made you like really like push you into your shit. So why wouldn't you call on her? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you build a shrine for her and be like, you know what, I fucks with her? She was, I mean, we go to Beyonce concerts. When we was young, we had all of these celebrities on our walls at our grandma's house. Our cousin meet up at grandma's house to watch the videos while she in her sleep. So all I'm saying is now it's okay for you to call on to your grandma and trust that that's them. Okay? It's okay for you to call on to your aunt and trust that that's them. A chaotic auntie or chaotic grandma, no, you're not calling on them. Y'all be ignoring y'all ancestors. That's crazy. And not showing them no love. All this shit came out in reverse. Driver, invisible, purpose, and love. Like the ancestors, the spirit guys, like they like, let me drive the boat. Right? Oh my God, why when you was walking outside, someone started shooting outside? That's crazy. See, like shit like that, like protection. They was shooting where? In your neighborhood? They weren't shooting their mines. That's crazy. That's crazy. You need to be inside. She said, girl, I hope you ducked. You play too much. Damn. You need a Ring camera. I be outside, man, at all hours. I'm about to say something crazy too. Spirits and connecting with spirits and ancestors too, and then I'm here because I gotta go feed my family, right? We idolize not we, but the relationship with divine is being taken advantage of. Is being taken advantage of, right? We do all of this work. We do all of this work, and then we don't do work for ourselves. We do all this work for other people, and we don't do work for ourselves. And I'm not just talking about if you're a spiritualist. I'm talking about like, because right here it says competition, and it just gave me the energy of like your spirit guides, ancestors feel like they in competition with people that's here with you, not helping you, for real. You get what I'm saying? So that's true. I be talking to them. I really don't be talking to anyone else. You got to talk to other people. You got to talk to other people. Self-dialogue and dialogue goes to them. It does. It does. It does. So, but, man, what I'm about to say, if you overdo that's how you go crazy. Especially if you have Pisces, that shit will drive you crazy. That's how you go crazy. You have to interact with other people. Your destiny helpers, your, like, and it has to be like on a level where it doesn't have anything to do with, it does, but you gotta, I don't know. I talk to people sometimes, I'm getting there. I know, baby, I know. But you have to, I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to somebody. But you definitely have to, you have to connect and you have to listen. So that way you can differentiate between the voices as well too. Damn, do y'all want to talk about that? The voices in your head, like how to differentiate between that. I stay away from people because the energy, but you're right. Yeah. Okay, so listen. If you are one of those people that's just like, I'm going to be by myself, I'm going to be alone, or whatever the case is, I'm not going to interact with people. How can you help people? You know, how can you really help people? It's got to be something beyond the internet, because that's where the gods is this. That's where spirit is this. That's where divine is this. That's why I be on these weird ass readers ass. It's because it's like, what else are you doing besides you hundreds of hours of me talking or another spiritualist talking, and then you get on the internet all day and make readings. So then essentially you talking to the spirit team, but when did you time to do the mantras, to do the devotion work, to set out a glass of water, you know? And so when it comes to tapping in with spirits and stuff, now you could talk all day to this. They ain't got shit but time. But gods, the demons is fighting wars too. They fighting wars too. Okay? But the gods, man, wow, they're creating. The demons was created. They when Brahma created existence, right? He only created this part. But then you have you have other creators, right? That have created entities and gods and deities and reincarnated deities back up on this earth, right? And they all here at the same time. So you could be talking to demons as well too. Okay, them spirits. But like I said, you will know if your life is not changing. If your life is not changing, then you probably talking to a low vibrational ancestor or a low vibrational spirit that kind of want to live out through your life and attach to you, right? If everything, and this how you know, like as a reader, right? If I'm the same motherfucking cards and I'm saying the same shit over and over, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a spirit that want to be up on this earth. I got that in a reading a couple weeks ago. It probably wasn't a couple weeks ago. It probably was like last week or week before that. I think I've been fasting. No, I guess before that I've been fasting for a while and going through my initiation, right? So, when I had got that, and it was like, it's a spirit that, it's an ancestor that want to be back on this earth, I was like, let me slow it down. Let me not put myself in a low vibration. Let me not be saying notches and hoes. Even like watching the Zaya Harris case, I really got into her case, right? But I got in it from a spiritual standpoint. I was like, oh, let me use anything that I've already learned. Let me do that. And I didn't post it online. I'm not saying nothing about the spiritualist that posted online, because he is actually happy that a lot of her stuff goes viral. She wants people to watch it so to bring awareness. She has another little girl that's with her. It was a lot of stuff that came out. Oh my goodness. And I had got chills from the cards that I had pulled when I asked where she was at. I'm gonna show y'all the card that was pulled. That shit gave me chills though. It was a purple card. Look at that. As soon as I cut this deck, right, King came. I keep saying I'm not gonna call that nigga King, but I know he had something to do with it. Sabotager. Let me find this card. This is what it was. And I asked her, where was she and how can I help her? Right? How can I help her? And I just want to like put this right here, right? I want to put this like this because this is how I'm seeing all these cards. So this is how I know when my spirit team be giving me King, Martyr, Goddess, Poet, Trickster, and then back here is the Fool. And then Angel. And I just took the light attributes, these cards off of here. So when I had asked about Naziah Harris, right? And I'm just talking about this for a second. I'm going to flip this King over because I don't like it. When I had asked about her, this is the card that came out. And if you just look at this card, you don't realize, because the whole card is purple, you don't realize that she a blanket or something over her, a poncho or something. Like, I just feel like she's covered like that. But her head is here. She has a hand here and a hand here. And I just was like, I know she's dismembered. And the owl is about guidance. It's higher power. This is the woman energy. And wherever she is, the sun isn't going to really touch her. That's how I read that energy. And my spirit team, like when I was getting sick about this, they was down. Slow it down. It's okay. This baby girl crossed over. So when you have an ancestor that crossed over, like I know we all believe in reincarnation. I know we all believe in reincarnation. When you have an ancestor that crosses over, right? When they cross over, that's what their assignment was. And I hate to say that about this because this case ain't solved, but we move at a higher frequency and baby girl gonna get justice, okay? Baby girl gonna get justice for whoever tries to prostitute her. Everybody, whoever tried to prostitute her, whoever paid some money for her, she gonna get justice. So, when I've been telling y'all, like, hey, don't entertain the foolery, right? Nobody can destiny swap and harvest right now if you really like doing the work, right? And I'm not talking about like doing the work where it comes to like being online, doing readings or, you know, like take some time, fast, like Bree said, fast. You get what I'm saying? And then tap into what you're really supposed to be doing. Because, you know, I don't want to say exposing these bitches or exposing these niggas or fighting with this nigga or fighting with these bitches or whatnot. But I'm telling y'all, way back when me and Mike used to be arguing, right? When we used to be arguing, I still had this connection with Divine. And they was pulling me so shut the fuck up. Like, they was pulling me so hard to shut the fuck up. They was like, if you don't fuck up, the demons gonna hear you. You loud. You loud, baby. You loud. You cuss that nigga out loud as hell. And it's an entity sitting over there in your corner because you haven't washed your wall down over there. Because you haven't closed that portal up over there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people went through a lot. I just posted on my Facebook and I put it on here this morning. Yeah. That shit was crazy. So when you tapping in, make sure you close the connection. Okay? Make sure you close the connection. Like, if you're just doing spiritual work or you just using, that's a bad word. That's a bad word. Ooh, that's a bad word. You just working with a spirit at the moment. Make sure you close out the connection properly. Even if it's an ancestor and you like, okay, I ain't really gonna get to that, like switching up your ancestor altar and switching up your ancestors. I ain't gonna get into that right now. I think that's a little bit more stronger energy. I think you should just trust your intuition that if you see that your life is falling apart, a particular ancestor on your altar, maybe you need to invest into some dollars around and decide whether or not you need to have somebody on your ancestor altar. Handy dandy notebooks, okay? You got to work with, when you use the divination tools, you got to work with your tools too. You cannot just be like, I'm about to hop on camera, I'm about to have the camera recorded, because spirits is wild. If you try to record a dowsing session the first time that you douse, you silly. You silly. You super silly. Or even the second or the third one, or whatever the case is, you got to really be able to hear, I think, to use divination tools. Yes.
Dinner done?
It's almost. It's about. I know, right? I'm about to get off of this live, y'all. I gotta go feed my kids. It's just been happening, but when I wake back up, I thank them for helping me break something new. Yeah. And even, okay, I also want to say this. I can't burn no candles indoors anymore, so I gotta wait till I move. Get you some tea lights and go outside. Candle and go outside, or burn it in the bathroom and put it out while you in the bathroom. And put it out. Say your prayers over a candle and put it out. You don't have to keep it going. It's about your intention. I know somebody that used to carry a money candle around with them. Yeah, they have like a fixed money candle, and they'd be burning it. I don't know when what promotes them to burn it, or whatever the case is, but they would have a money candle with them. So, like, whatever way your ancestors, like, okay, our ancestors, you think they was just outside burning candles, inside burning candles? Okay, some of them was fire starters. They was arsonists. They couldn't burn no candles. We could be working with those too, them crazy ass. So, I'm just saying. Let me get a card for our ancestors. I'm going to do ancestors next. I'm just going to get 2 cards. What's the archetype of the ancestor? I said I was just getting 2. That's deep. I think I had already said this about somebody's grandmother, or I had said that I was just talking, but I said that somebody is self-serving or selfless, I guess. I don't want to say they love, what do you call that? I have no words right now because I need to get off of here. One of their love languages. Okay, one of their loves is like serving humanity in humility, Messiah. So this could be somebody that is like, first of all, they had strong beliefs. Very, very strong beliefs. So another ancestor that's present, an alchemist, transformed based on motives and goes into God wisdom. So somebody that, like, you never really seen them struggle. That's like the type of ancestor. And if you are struggling right now, this is the type of ancestor you want to call on. I don't know if you need to talk to your family member or whatever the case is, or even just get in this knowledge. I'm telling you, you could just, if you don't talk to your family members and you can't get in touch with your ancestors, you got to really get in touch with God. You have to really get in touch with God. I get a lot of information from my sister, but if I don't get it from my sister, if she don't go digging for it, then I got to talk to God about that. Okay. Sabotager. Okay. Somebody is, but there is an ancestor. This is either your ancestor or either somebody's ancestor around you that kind of wants to sabotage your plans. Okay? And it makes you very fearful. So if you're a person that's very, or you thinking about shit all the time before you do it, that's because this ancestor that's by you. So you might just need to sit them down in the corner somewhere, honestly. Like, you need to ground that energy. Probably need to do some root chakra meditations. Ancestors is in the root chakra too. Which is Capricorn energy. So 10th house again. All right. Okay, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thoughts and feelings. I know this is me. I know this is me. This could be y'all too, but this is me as well. A liberator. I have a ancestor that is a Taurus. Okay, he's a Taurus, and that's my ancestor. That's my baby. And I have Taurus in a particular house. It's not my 5th house, but I have Taurus in a particular house. And Samaritan, okay? So you have an ancestor that by you where people literally said that this person was a good neighbor. Like, the people, like, maybe she, you know, took care of her neighborhood, or she would be there people all the time, whether they was related to her or not. This particular ancestor could actually, like, know other people too. This could be my baby as well too, Samaritan. Because I know that my ancestor comes to other people as a spirit guide. All right. Look at that. Prince. So my son's name is 𝔍𝔲𝔦𝔱𝔢, and Amir means prince. Okay. I guess I could take the artist too. Okay. Because spirit always going to line it up for me. I can take the artist too. All right. So let me see what spirit guides are here. Ancestors and spirit guides, 2 different things right now. Let me see what guides is here. I probably shouldn't even use this. Should I use this deck? Woo. Let's see. Lori, you know 𝔍𝔲𝔦𝔱𝔢 is, girl. You seen 𝔍𝔲𝔦𝔱𝔢 before. There's a nun here. A monk. Okay. It's really giving like Buddhism and meditation and those deities. Selfless devotion. Didn't I say that? I said that. I said that. These are 𝔍𝔲𝔦𝔱𝔢. Dear 𝔍𝔲𝔦𝔱𝔢. Thanks so much, Divine. Do I have permission to douse? Thank you so much. Like, oh my goodness, they about to. So they said, look, they saying yes to you too, Lori. I knew they was about to do that because I read your question. Okay, thank you so much. Back to you. Okay, I'm almost done, baby. Okay, so it's a monk or a nun. It says, selfless, devoted, single-minded, dedicated to spirit. So there's somebody here. There is somebody here that absolutely just with like spirits. They just work with spirits, and that's okay. That's okay. Depending on. Very interesting. So you have storyteller. So there's a spirit guy here. There's a spirit guy here that likes to talk, which I was already getting to, right? I was already getting to. It's a Venus energy here as well, too. So somebody could be really in like with spirits of Venus energy. It's Venus energy here. That totally gave me Scorpio Venus, too. And then we have the lover. So again, this energy as well. And then athlete, right? So there's a strong spirit that's by you. There's a strong spirit. This could be a deity, or this could be, let me just get that. This could be a deity or somebody else's ancestor, right? It's not, this is a spirit guide. It's coming through a spirit guide, but this is somebody that wasn't blood related to you, right? With athlete. There we go. It says child wounded. So Child wounded. So somebody died as a child. This could be a childhood friend. That's your site. I'm on in with that storyteller. That's because that's in the same spot that sabotager was in. Look, exorcist errors. Okay. Facing fears of your own demons. So somebody is tapping in with energies that they should not be tapping in with. That's on their spirit team. Okay, so I already know who watching my shit. Y'all, come on, let's do this work. Fuck all that. Fuck all that deep shit. Let's get them fucking entities up off of this earth. Okay, goddess. There's a goddess that's helping you with that too. So somebody's tapping in with gods, with higher divine energy as well. Okay, their spirit is filled with people that love you. I mean, well, energies that love you. They work with you. They on different types of time. They on different types of time. Look at that. He out of this motherfucking world. That's giving me these look like some worlds right here. Right here, world right there, world right there. 3 worlds. The development of personal willpower and strength. So this is giving me that you could be working with your higher vibrational self. Look, child wounded. You could be working with your higher vibrational self. That's not an ancestor. That's a spirit. So you definitely working with your higher self. Like, in your most recent past life, like let's say you have Leo in your South Node, right? In your most recent past life, you probably passed away as a child, like young, or you was an athlete or something like that, and your higher self was like, we just get into where we were supposed to be. So your spirit guide could be very strong in nature, and that's why you feel like you could just fucking do anything, okay? I don't care if you man or woman, you just feel like you can lift furniture, okay? Like, you feel like you got, and if it's not like furniture or whatever, you like, I carry everything spiritually. Look at that angel. That's what I'm saying. Your spirit team consists of a lot of strong angels. You can also have Archangel Michael on your team, helping those in need with no expectations in reverse. And then Martyr came up in the other one when it came to your ancestors. So you might have somebody that's close to you, have somebody that passed away, right? And it's their ancestor, but it's your spirit guide for angel that's here. So let's say that, like, my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law she's an angel to me. It's a spirit guide. So I'm pretty sure that y'all have some too, especially if y'all have this, like, y'all have clear skin. Like, for real, clear skin, clear mind. Even if you get a little breakout here or there, that's just like your spirit team telling you, look, visionary, your spirit team telling the wrong way. You going the wrong way. They trying to show you the light. So this is somebody that you have a spirit that's by you, with you, that really like shows you things. And then also this spirit comes to your dreams. This spirit comes to you in your dreams. Go to God if anything else fails. I'm done. I'm done. Okay, cool. There's so many divination tools out here to discover. Sis, be up on it. Yes. We all need to be up on it. Use them all. Look, use them all. And if they don't fit, don't use them all. But if they don't fit, let them go. Don't keep pushing it. Like, tarot fit for everybody. Let it go. I cracked myself up. All right, I love y'all. Let me get my family in. Eat me something, drink me some tea. I'm drinking mullet and anise. And this morning I put too much honey in my tea. I'm not making that mistake tonight. I'm about to add some chamomile in there and I'm about to go to bed. Even though mullet and chamomile are frequencies, but I need that mullet. This gotta go. And I'm about to listen to Hannah Majesta mantra and Mars mantra, because Mars retrograde in my 6th house is kicking my ass. The house of health is kicking my ass because I'm also initiation and I'm fasting and I can't speak. I cannot speak on certain things. And I have this that energy of wanting to say certain things and wanting to respond. I have literally almost responded so many times and I'm like, oh my goodness. Psh, 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 psh. What did I say? What was it? Was sucking the life out of you, but they didn't know how to use your energy. So nobody was sucking the life out of me though. Nobody was sucking the life out of me. I actually have had, like, the last couple years, besides my baby passing, and honestly I didn't get my shit together in my mind, right, to know some shit for real, to peep game, because I peep game in February, March, April, prior to July. But July hit me like, okay, you was peeping game, but was you really ready to step into court? Then I got through in the court and I had to come back. And so yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no. I gotta get off of here. I gotta go serve my kids and stuff. But y'all, let's get some divination tools. So, can I request a future video? Are you sure the basic of, showing the basics of dowels and rods? Okay, that definitely ain't me. I'll pay you to teach me how to. You don't gotta pay me to teach you how to dowels rods, because I think that I might have a video already up. But if not, then I'll put that in there. Thank you for that topic. Okay, we can definitely energy. She itches my soul. Some people can't even work with dowels and rods, but you got to me, I feel like you got to be on a certain frequency to work with the rods, because demons, they can move stuff, but they come in the subconscious more than they come in the physical. Like, bitches ain't never came to my face. They want to play on the internet. Bitches ain't never came to my face. Like, that was a real throw your hands behind the rock can head ass. Never. Not even like my ops or nothing. It's only ever been one girl in my whole entire life that has ever stepped to me and tried to, like, fight me, I guess, right? But I end up on top of her somehow, and that bitch bit me, and I had to get a shot. I'm like, a horse bit me. They like a horse. I'm like a horse. Bitch had veneers, and she bit my thigh. I'm a Sagittarius. She a Taurus. I ain't talking about Eva ass. Eva ain't never said shit. Which culture started using dowels and rods? Is it Hindu? I don't think it was necessarily a culture. I think it was their tools to find water. So if you have water, I don't know the history of dowels and rods like that. She talking about which culture. I don't know. When it comes to, like, divination tools and stuff like that, a lot of stuff been secret when it comes to having divination tools. You know, like, I love cards. I love reading cards, right? I love it. It's very fun. But I think they're giving me a clue. But that was supposed to be a secret. Like, some of the stuff that we talk about on here, that's supposed to be a secret. Those are supposed to go on personal readings. But people charge $1,000 for a personal reading. So people getting personal readings, they like, I'd rather just get some views and stuff. So I don't know about the culture or nothing like that. Somebody was like, have you ever seen this before? I was like, no. And she was like, I'm about to buy you some. And she bought me some. And I have those, but I don't use those pair. I only use those pair when it comes to chaotic shit. Because each one of fools and stuff, like, even when you get a new deck, you put an energy over that deck. But I mean, that's me. That might not be everybody. People might just be pulling cards out their ass, and that's why their cards look crazy as fuck when they be coming out. They don't be making no sense with what they saying. They could be saying one thing, and then you got a whole bunch of shit just going on. You could be saying one thing, right? And then somebody use these dowsel rods and the answer will come up. That's why it's very important. Like, I love dowsel rods because you can hit them with that yes. You can hit them with that yes or no. And the answer gonna come up. How can I manipulate that? You get what I'm saying? How can I manipulate that energy? So let me not walk all the way in my kitchen. It's clean. My man organized it. But let me not walk because I have stuff up. I'm an old lady. But I'm about to let y'all go. Okay? I will do the mantra since you brought that up. House Sag in the 5th house. Yes. Okay? Studying mantras. Even studying like other languages and shit. Even if you don't speak those languages, but watching other languages will be good for Sag in the 5th house too. Okay? I hope you feel better and I appreciate you. I love y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you have a good night. Have a good night. And thank you. And wait, have a good night on purpose, y'all. And have a beautiful day tomorrow because I know I'm not going live tomorrow. I'm about to go to sleep and I'm not waking up until... Damn, I gotta get ready for school. I might make lunches tonight. Might make breakfast tonight. It might get I don't know. But y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Bye.